In this video, I'm going to show you how I painted the Ironstrider Ballisterius in a manga comic style. This is Omni-Ming, let's get to this. So here's the Ironstrider from the Adeptus Mechanicus of Warhammer 40k. It has 2 part sprues and an overbase. I'm going to focus on the painting part of this video, and I'll be painting it in a sub-assembly method. The reason is that this miniature really has a lot going on, and there are a lot of fragile parts. So I have to take very good care of this model to avoid any breaking. So right now I'm checking to see how would the parts look if I were to assemble them and paint, as well as areas where I could skip to avoid doing so much work, only for another sprue to just cover up the details. So I thought of the painting style once I see how the model looks. It gave me the anime style like Ghost in the Shell, Armitage the Third, and Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040. To paint this, I decided to use White Scar, as I was told this was the brightest spray primer. It will be useful as I need the colors to pop out. I test the paint beforehand, and I'm testing it on a white paper. Satisfied with what I want, now we can get to the real thing. So, to start, I'm gonna airbrush the main color first. I'm using silver grey and turquoise, along with Vallejo thinner. Disclaimer, I'm no expert for this airbrush stuff, so you might see really bad issues of my airbrush. What I've learned is that I'm gonna have to add all the colors in a bowl. So here's my metal bowl, I mix it up and get a consistent liquid. I shouldn't have it too thick or too thin. And then add it in the airbrush. This is a very thin layer, so I will need to spray it twice to get the outcome that I wanted. So you can see the airbrush doesn't give me what I want, which makes the paint splat out like that. But I have to keep going. And then I drop my airbrush. Never give up, Omni-Ming. Come on. Now I spray the legs. The turret. And the pilot. Most of the areas where there is a metal. As you notice that I didn't really use grey for metal, as I was thinking that if I have blue, it can give a vibrant robot look. And that's how I want this model to stand out. Now to get to the other part that are red, I use Evil Sun Scarlet. The base color will need to be bright, and I was going to use Mephiston Red, but this color was too dark for a vibrant look. So Evil Sun Scarlet is the go-to for me. So the base are painted. It might look rough, but we will give it a touch up later. And I also have to clean up some parts where there are paints leaking out, such as the red on blue. I'll be painting the shadow for blue with ocean blue, and the whiter area of the metal to be wraithbone, giving a color that isn't just white. Painting these is already making me fatigued, by the way. Gotta keep pressing on. So more cleaning to do. Here I am adding more wraithbones. Next is adding Scrap Brown. This is for the orangey metal areas. I wouldn't want to call it bronze or brass, but it's sort of that richer gold area. Follow up, it's time to test out the black strokes. This part can be a pain after going through the method that I've done before, which is using black primer, then color areas so I could avoid painting strokes. The main reason is that it can be tiring because hot dang, this model has a lot of details to highlight. Afterwards, more ocean blue for the blue areas. The painting is not totally done, but I decided to hold on as I need to assemble it first so I could add the details later. So here it is so far. As you can see, the front has the black stroke as I was trying to see how it will go. Personally, I'm confident with this color, but I will work on the base first. I'll mark the area where the Ironstrider will be glued. Then use whatever materials I can get my hands on. So here, I have a placemat made of corks that I got from a dollar shop. This material is so useful. This placemat came in 2, I bought this last 2 years, and I still am using the first placemat. Anyway, so I marked where the strider would be, then add the tree barks for some textures. Follow up, adding millipedes. It's a clay and is similar to green stuff, but different in some ways. I can't tell. This part you're gonna have to try out yourself and experiment. Okay, so I'm just adding millipede and shape the ground texture, using an ice cream stick to give it a rough texture. I'm also adding skulls in it. Funny part is that I add like 4 to 5 skulls and all of them were buried when I sprayed the primer. And now for the ground, I just mix random things like baking soda, artificial grass and turf, brown acrylics and ultra matte medium. Adding water and stir. Now just apply it everywhere. Here's the part where I accidentally covered the skull so much I forgot it existed in the base. Adding some tuft in some area. You don't want to add so much, I just find it a waste if you cover the whole base with tuft. Now let's work on adding the black strokes and making the model stand out. Hide the strokes on the area where it won't be too hard to paint, such as the inside. Prime the base black, then glue the model together. The bottom will surely have some glue, so I waited for it to dry, then paint black on the glue section. Okay, now to add the other black strokes. To get the ground where it stands out, I decided to add a darker blue light so Cantor blue will do the trick. Alright, we're getting closer. To get a shine out of this red, I add Fire Dragon Bright. Gently add a stroke, no rushing, just chill and paint. And now adding another light. I use ice yellow for this, giving a brighter light, having the part where I could tell where the light is coming from. For the blue metal, I add white on that. Now you can see the model is starting to pop out with the brightness. I'm adding some Bad Moon yellow on the model where it has light. and I just wanted to experiment. I'm adding Muso Black on the dark corner and the base bottom. And we are done. That was really quite a challenge doing this chicken. Oh, okay, my Ironstrider. My big challenge was actually trying to nail the thin lines, especially when I'm using just white spray paint. Because my usual black primer is actually my normal way, but this is actually what I'm trying to go for, a very perfected line. Although it there are some parts where it's just larger strokes, but still, quite honest, I do like it every time I keep looking at it, especially my OSL right there. I do like this, how I did this glow as well. Really challenging to do this. And yeah, it did take me a week. Oh, just right now, okay. So right now is on Wednesday. I got this thing, 2 weeks back. And I immediately start taking up and start doing this thing. Oh, not to forget, this thing was also very fragile. I constantly break here and here and here and here. There's a lot of broken parts and there's a lot of super glue going on. But again, I feel good with this outcome. So yes, thank you everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. And this is Omniming saying goodbye, good luck, have fun miniature painting. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Big thanks to Underground Hobby Shop for the sponsor. Go to Lazada, type Underground Hobby Shop and check out all the Warhammer and miniature needs that you need.